Welcome to ProSpeak English Dialogue. Today, Sarah just had her idea shot down in a team meeting, and Alex is helping her figure out how to respond gracefully, ask the right questions, and turn a no into a next step. Let's listen in.
Okay, that meeting was rough.
Yeah, I could tell. What happened? Walk me through it.
So I pitched the onboarding flow idea, the one I've been working on for like 2 weeks.
Right. How did it go?
I got about 3 sentences in, and Marcus just said it wasn't aligned with the current roadmap, and then everyone kind of moved on.
Ouch, just like that?
Just like that, I didn't even get to the actual proposal. He cut it off, and the whole room just moved on to the next agenda item.
Okay, and what did you do?
I just nodded, said something like, okay, yeah, fair enough, and then sat there for the next 40 minutes feeling kind of terrible.
Yeah, I've been there. That feeling where you just shrink a little.
Exactly, and I couldn't tell if I was embarrassed or frustrated or both.
Probably both, honestly. That's a really uncomfortable position to be in.
I just kept thinking, was the idea actually bad? Or was it just bad timing? Or did I explain it wrong? I don't know.
Those are all valid questions. And honestly, the fact that you don't know the answer yet is the whole problem.
What do you mean?
Like, you walked out of that room with no real feedback, just a dismissal. That's not useful to you at all.
Yeah, you're right. I have no idea what to do with not aligned with the roadmap. That could mean anything.
Exactly. So the goal isn't just to survive the moment, it's to get something useful out of it.
I think what stings the most is I actually believed in that idea. Like I put real thought into it.
Yeah, and that's exactly why it hurts. It's hard not to take it personally.
I know I'm not supposed to. Like I know it's not about me, but in the moment it really felt like it was.
That's completely normal. I think everyone feels that way. The trick is just not letting that feeling drive your response.
Which is so much easier said than done when you're sitting right there and everyone's looking at you.
For sure. What's going through your head in that moment?
Honestly, part of me wanted to defend it, like just let me finish at least. You haven't even heard the whole thing.
Right? And the other part?
The other part just wanted to disappear, like, okay, forget I said anything.
Yeah, and you kind of went with option 2.
I did, which I'm now regretting.
I get it. But here's the thing. Both of those reactions, defending yourself or shutting down, they both kind of close the conversation.
So what's the third option?
Curiosity. Like, instead of reacting, you ask a question.
Question.
Yeah, it buys you time, it keeps you calm, and it actually gets you more information. You go from being defensive to being interested.
That's a really different energy.
Totally different. And it changes how the room sees you too. You go from looking rattled to looking composed.
Okay, I want to be composed. Tell me more.
Okay, so let's rewind. Marcus says it's not aligned with the roadmap. What could you have said right there?
I don't know. Something like, can you say more about that?
Yes, exactly that. Simple, non-defensive, and it puts the ball back in his court.
And it doesn't sound like I'm pushing back.
Not at all. You're just asking for clarification. That's completely reasonable.
Okay, what else?
You could also say something like, I hear you. Can I ask what the main concern is? Is it the timing or something about the approach itself?
Oh, that's good, because it gives him 2 options to respond to instead of just a wall.
Right. It's easier for him to answer a specific question than a vague, why not?
And it makes me sound like I'm actually trying to understand, not just arguing.
Exactly. And here's another one. If you feel like you didn't even get to finish, you can say, I appreciate the feedback. Would it be okay if I shared a bit more context before we close this one?
That's polished. I would never think of that in the moment.
That's why we practice it now. So it's there when you need it.
It also doesn't feel aggressive. Like, it's not, you didn't let me finish. It's more like requesting space.
Exactly. You're not accusing anyone of anything. You're just keeping the door open.
Keeping the door open. I like that.
And sometimes they say yes, you get to finish. Sometimes they say, let's take it offline. Either way, you've handled it with composure.
Take it offline is honestly fine with me. I just didn't want it to die right there in front of everyone.
Right. And it didn't have to. You had options. You just didn't have the words yet.
Yeah, I think that's the honest truth of it. Okay, so let's say the meeting's over. It happened. I can't undo it. What do I do now?
Now is actually a really good time to follow up. One-on-one, not in a group setting.
With Marcus?
Yeah, just a quick message. Something like, hey, do you have 15 minutes this week? I'd love to get a bit more context on the feedback from today.
That feels less scary than I thought it would.
It should. You're not challenging the decision. You're just asking to understand it better.
And then when I'm actually in that conversation, what do I ask?
Start by acknowledging the meeting. Something like, I want to make sure I understand the feedback from earlier. When you said it wasn't aligned, was that more about timing or the direction itself?
So I'm separating the two. Timing versus the actual idea.
Exactly. Because those are very different problems. If it's timing, maybe the idea comes back in Q3. If it's the direction, then you want to understand why, so you can either adjust it or let it go.
That's actually a really useful distinction. I never thought to separate those.
Yeah, a lot of feedback feels like a hard no when it's actually more of a not right now.
Okay, that reframe alone is really helpful.
And then you can ask something like, is there anything I could add or adjust that would make it worth revisiting? It shows you're open, not defensive,
And it gives them a way to say yes if they want to.
right? You're not demanding a reversal. You're just leaving room.
What if he just says no, like, it's a dead end, move on?
Then at least you know. And you can say, got it. I appreciate you taking the time to explain. That's really helpful. And you mean it, because now you actually have something to work with.
Even a clear no is more useful than a vague dismissal.
Way more useful. You can move forward from a no. It's the ambiguity that keeps you stuck.
Okay, so I'm thinking about the bigger picture here. Like, this isn't the first time I've had an idea pushed back on, and it probably won't be the last.
Definitely not. That's just how it works.
So how do you not let it get to you? Like, over time, how do you keep putting ideas out there when you know they might get shot down?
Honestly, I think you separate the idea from yourself. The idea got pushed back. You didn't.
That sounds simple, but I feel like it's really hard to actually do.
It is hard. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. But I think it gets easier when you start seeing feedback as data instead of judgment.
Feedback is data. Say more.
Like every time an idea gets pushed back, you learn something. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe you pitched it to the wrong person first. Maybe the framing needed work. That's all useful.
So instead of thinking, my idea failed, you think, okay, what can I take from this?
Exactly. And sometimes the answer is the idea was genuinely not the right fit. And that's fine too. Not every idea needs to ship.
I think I also need to get better at pre-selling, maybe, like talking to people before the meeting so it's not a cold pitch.
Oh, that's huge. Honestly, some of the best pitches I've seen weren't won in the meeting. They were won in the one-on-ones before it.
So you get buy-in from people ahead of time. So when the moment comes, it's not a surprise.
Right? You're not asking them to decide on the spot. You're just confirming what you've already aligned on.
Okay? That changes the whole game, actually.
And look, today was one meeting, one pushback. You've got the follow-up, you've got the questions, you've got the reframe. That's a lot more than you had this morning.
Yeah, I actually feel a lot better about it now.
Good. Go send that message to Marcus.
I will, right after this coffee.
Fair enough.